good afternoon, or is it good morning? Well, wherever you are, good is all good in the hood. This is your favorite nerdy educator, Miss Hampton, and if you are watching this video, you are watching the playback for the virtual math class. Okay, and today we are going to be reviewing slope and all things slope. Now, I have my students here. They are on mute right now, but they'll be off mute momentarily. But first, I have to ask the question. Let me get this prepared here. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take my students off mute because I got to ask them a question. All right. What is slope? Who remembers? Who can tell me if they remember what is slope? And remember, if you don't remember, you can just say, Miss Hampton, I don't remember. I think I know, but I don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. McFadden. I appreciate your honesty. What about you, Miss Marissa? It's a who?
It determines the direction of a line as, I guess, the steepness of a line.
Okay. So slope determines the direction of a line and how steep or actually slanted. I did say slantedness, but you know, that's really not a word, so I ain't gonna, you know, do that here. Or how steep or how slanted a line is. Okay. Now, really? Come on, thing. All right, so I'm gonna change to my pen here. There are 4 kinds of slope. Who can tell me what those slopes are? Now remember, I'm typing this, so you just can't spit them off. Because I type kind of, you know. So tell me give me one slope.
Positive.
Negative. 0 and undefined. Right?
Well, thank you, Mr. Ressa. Now I'm going to have to catch up to you. And I appreciate that. You know, you keeping me on my game. Negative. 0, Zito, ha, 0, and undefined. All right, let me make this look somewhat kind of decent for the viewers that are watching the playback. All right, I'm going to space them out as much as I can here. All right. Now, this is the next question that I have. What does the line look like as it relates to positive and a positive slope?
A positive slope goes up in the upward direction.
So when you say
to the right?
So it goes this way.
Oh yes, to the right.
Diagonal to the right.
Thank you, girl.
Okay, so remember, when we read or when we learn how to read, we read things from left to right. So, and I will show and I'll prove this momentarily. But when it comes to a positive slope, you see how I'm starting from the left, and the further right that I'm going, my line is going up. So because the further right I'm going, my line is going up. That lets me know that I have a positive slope. All right. So what does the negative slope look like?
Opposite.
The opposite.
Down to the left.
Yes, sir. See, y'all making me look good on these YouTube streets, and I appreciate it. I make it like I talked about some. But yes, so all right. So the negative goes in the opposite direction. So the further right that you go or that you're going, and if your line is going down in a downward motion, then that lets you know that you have a negative slope. Okay, so make sure for the people that's watching the playback, make sure that you understand the difference between the positive slope and a negative slope. When things are going right in your life and it's positive, it's going up. When things are going down in your life, it's negative. I don't know who that was for, but I hope you received it. All right. All right. Next, we have zero slope.
It's a horizontal line.
It is a horizontal line. And remember, Miss Hampton is not an artist. And, you know, but I think I'm doing a good job with these lines here. Now, zero slope, and let me go ahead and type this. You said it was a horizontal line, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is so special about a zero slope, other than the fact that it's a horizontal line? What two coordinates? Huh?
Oh, because it lies on the horizon?
Well, it doesn't not necessarily lie on a horizon. I mean, that's the way that you can remember that it's a horizontal line. Because if you think about a horizon goes from left to right. If you ever see a vertical horizon, you need to run, because that's not what that is. Ain't no such thing. But nonetheless, a horizontal line, when it comes to slope, when you have the same y coordinates, and we're going to get into that momentarily. Same y coordinates. Okay, so remember, really, let me move this up a little bit. There we go. So zero slope has a horizontal line. Okay. Okay. There are 4 kinds of slope. All right. All right. Now, if zero is a horizontal line, what do you think an undefined slope is?
Vertical.
It is a vertical line. Okay. Now, this is the gag. Okay. Why my thing is looking like this? I don't like it. All right. Now, with a vertical line, what two coordinates have to be the same?
X.
X. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. So same X coordinates, and it is a vertical line, and hopefully y'all can see this green. Okay. All right. So hopefully y'all can see that. All right. So remember, sometimes on your math GED test, they may give you a straight picture, and they may say, what kind of slope is this, just based off the picture? Well, there you have it. Positive goes up, negative goes down, zero goes across, and defined goes up and down. Undefined, excuse me, not defined. Undefined goes up and down. All right. So is this a refresher? Like this sounds familiar to y'all? Like this? Like, okay, sound like
Yeah.
No.
All right. So really, really quick, for example. Okay. If you are given the coordinates, and we're going to work on some problems. We're going to work on some problems dealing with slope, but I just wanted to put this on this part. So if you are given coordinates, more than most times, they'll give you two sets of coordinates and they'll say find the slope, okay? As it relates to zero and undefined slopes, you have to make sure that you're paying attention to the x coordinate and the y coordinate, okay? Which coordinate comes first, x or y?
X.
X. Very good. Okay, just wanted to make sure y'all was on your P's and Q's. All right, so if I had 9, 8 as one coordinate, and let's see, really, I don't like how that looks. Let's see, -2, 8, and they told me to find my, and they said find the slope. Well, that's easy because this 8 and that 8 are both, positive. They have to be the same.
Right.
So one can't be negative and one can't be positive. Like they both have to either be negative or they both have to be positive. I don't have to do, oh, I forgot to write the formula. I don't have to do the formula, which by the way, I'll go ahead and write that out here. The formula for slope is y2 minus y1. Now remember, this is not y squared. A lot of people say y squared, but that's not what that is. X2 minus x1, okay? And that equals m, okay? Now, m is your slope, okay? And as we know, m is also found in the slope intercept form y equals mx plus b. And we'll get into that momentarily. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So
That's an arrow after that M. Huh?
I'm sorry.
Is that an arrow after the M right
Yes, it is. Now you know I'm not an artist, Mr. McFadden. You know that.
there?
Don't be trying to embarrass me in the
Nah, I was
YouTube
just trying to
community.
make.
No, I know I'm messing with you. I know. Actually, there is a way, and I don't know why it's not pulling up, but there is a way that I can make arrows so they can be all straight and pretty. I don't know why it's not cooperating, but nonetheless. But yes, sir, that's an arrow. All right. So another example with yeah, this is okay. Hold on. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. This not being centered is gonna really bother my spirit. All right, there we go. All right, and then I'm gonna move this up so that way I can have some room. All right. Then I'm gonna move. Oh, can I move? Oh, okay. Don't move the arrow, Miss Hampton. All right. Anyway, so over here, if I have coordinates, right? And if it tells me, if they give me coordinates, and let's just say again, for example, I don't know, 7 and -9, and 7, 4. Because I have the same x coordinate and my x coordinates are both 7, that lets me know that I have an undefined slope. I don't have to do this formula right here. Okay? I mean, of course, I can prove it with no problem. I can. But just remember, it's very important that you make sure that you know your x coordinates and your y coordinates. A lot of people, you know, they get it confused. So what I'll do is down here in the corner, I'll type it for the people that's watching the playback and or the people that may get confused about which coordinate comes first. So that's what I do. All right. All right. So you have your, wow, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, so you have your X coordinate is first, and then you have your Y coordinate. Okay. All right. Okay. So again, this is for anyone who has always gotten it confused at which one goes first, the X or the Y. There you go. Or if this is a refresher for you, feel free. All right. How we doing so far? We feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now, I am going to go ahead and, are there any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Everybody good. That's what I like. Like when y'all are good. All right. So now this is what we're going to do. We're just going to practice on what slope looks like what, if that makes any sense. So we're just going to identify what kind of slope we have. Okay. So the next sheet, which is this one, we're just going to identify what slope we have. That's it. Okay, can everybody see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful.
Can you blow it up a little bit?
Okay, let me see. Let me blow it up. Ooh, father. I mean, hey, but we can do it though. It's no problem. We can do it.
Okay.
All right. So is that better?
Yeah.
All right. Now we cooking with gas. All right. So the directions tell us to find the slope of each line. However, what we're going to do, we're just going to identify whether or not it's a positive or negative slope or zero or undefined. Okay. So let's go ahead and knock all this out right here. What kind of slope do we have for number one?
Negative.
Negative.
It is a negative slope. How do we know?
This is going
The
down
X
to the
axis is
right.
going down to the right. Yeah.
Yep, it's going down to the right. All right, excellent. All right, number two, what kind of slope do we have?
Positive.
Okay, it is positive. Okay, let me try to make this. All right. How do we know?
Going up to the right.
Okay. I'm waiting on somebody to say, because Miss Hampton, you said it. I'm really kind of waiting on that. Actually, true story. You know, I got stories for days. One time somebody actually said that. And I was like, okay, that's fair. Can't be mad about that. But always, you know, fact check though. You know, a lot of things that I say, it is true. I'll never lie to you. But you always want to make sure that you know it for yourself. That's what I'm saying. All right. Number three. What kind of slope you got?
Number three, we have a.
That's a negative.
No, isn't that
That's a negative.
undefined? No, that oh
Oh,
yeah.
it's negative. Why?
It's on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a negative slope. It's negative because remember, the further right that we go is going down. Now, let me also say this too. A lot of people get it confused with the quadrants. It doesn't matter about the quadrants, okay? And really, really quick, a quadrant is simply the graph that's divided into 4 sections for anybody that
that's what I was thinking about.
or anybody that may have forgotten or, you know, just didn't know for the playback purposes. So this will be quadrant 1. All values of X and Y are positive. This is quadrant 2. Quadrant 2, your X is negative, but your Y is positive, okay? Because remember, Whenever you're plotting a point on the line, you're going to start with your x coordinate. If your x is positive, you go to the right. If your x is negative, you go to the left. And from that particular point, if your y is positive, then you go up from that point. If your y is negative, you go down from that. Okay. This is quadrant 3. Both values of x and y will be negative. And this little piggy over here is quadrant 4, because quadrant 4 has a positive x value but a negative y value. Okay. So this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Well, I'm not sorry. I meant it. But I digress. All right. So
number 4 is a positive slope.
yes, sir. How do we know, Mr. McFadden?
That's Miss Hampton.
It's going up towards the right.
Excellent job. And again, I don't know why it's doing this. Really getting on my nerve. Here we go. All right. So that was just the example of, positive and negative slopes. Now, for the people that's watching the playback, you may want to pay attention because this part concerns you. I want you to identify 5 and 6. What kind of slope do we have for 5 and 6? And this is for the playback. So if you are watching this, this is your assignment. If you are in class with me, good job. You've already done it. So don't say anything. Okay. All right. So do we have any questions thus far?
No.
All right. We still good? We still kicking and breathing and kicking?
Yes, I.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't worry, Miss Narissa. I'm going to put you out of your misery in a moment. I promise. Put all of y'all out y'all misery. All right. So now, this is what I want to focus on next. Let me do a new page. All right. So we talked about how slopes can also be determined based on coordinates. So it's very important that you know your coordinates. And you know how to add different vectors, because when you're dealing with finding slope, you will have to remember how to add it. That's very important.
You went down, yo. I can't hear you.
Oh, I did?
There it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have my headphones on today, so if I sound way too loud, you may want to turn down your volume, because I have a big mouth.
It's all right.
Okay, well, thank you. Boy, yeah, you do. Okay, anyway, let me see if I can make this bigger. All right. Okay. Try to make this as clear as I can. All right. So, Mr. McFadden, I'm going to pick on you for a moment, if you don't mind. I want you to give me 2 sets of coordinates. So for example, you can give me, if you have your packet, you can look in the slope, in the slope section of the packet, and you can give me those, because I want to work some of these. Ooh. Yeah, that kind of threw me off. Okay. Okay.
Looking through my packet. Miss Hampton.
Okay. Ah, there we go. Now we cooking with gas. All right, now I don't
You
know.
can't just make up a number.
Okay, I mean I can. I was just, you know.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I mean, I found it, but I mean, either way is fine.
Well, since you found it, Mr. McFadden, let's go ahead and do it. Give me the two coordinates that you see.
-8 and 8 and +2 and 8. Mean -2 and 8. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's easy. That is a zero slope.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a zero slope? While y'all figure that out, I'm gonna rewrite this right now. Okay.
Because it's a horizontal line.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, it is a horizontal line once we
Connect the points.
yeah. What if we were to graph that? Yeah, it would be. But why? But there's another reason. Why is that slope 0?
It have to do with the two negatives, I would assume. Something
The
with the
two
two
negatives?
negatives. I'm just assuming, I don't know.
The same
No.
y coordinate.
I do not know.
Yes. The same y coordinates. But I mean, don't worry, I'm still gonna prove it. Just in case the people that are watching the playback don't believe me. So, okay. There we go. If I do this, let me go back. The first thing I would have to do is what? I have to assign my numbers or name my numbers, right? So, what would -8 be?
You said, that is going to be y2.
This one? -8?
Wait, what did you say?
The question was, what would -8 be?
You
Remember,
said, huh?
what would -8 be? Would it be x1, y1, x2? Which one would it be?
Oh, -1 would be x2.
-8?
I don't know. I'm done with that.
You do know, you're just not.
Because I said it's supposed to be y. No, that's not right. It's supposed to be
x1, and then it would be x2.
Which one would be okay? Which
that'd
one?
Be y1.
Okay.
And the -2 would be x2.
X2, yes. And this would be y2. All right. So the people that's watching the playback, let me explain. This is my first set. So this is my first set of coordinates, okay? This is my second set of coordinates, okay? So because, and using deductive reasoning, aka common sense, because this is my first set, x, x is the, -8 is the first x coordinate in my set. So -8 would be x1 because it is the x coordinate of the first set. My regular 8 would be y1 because it is the y coordinate of the first set. So does everyone see how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the people in the playback, I know you can't respond back to me, but just nod your head. Just, hope you do. All right. Same thing with the second coordinate. Because -2 is my x coordinate of the second set, -2 would be named x2. And because, again, 8 is my y coordinate for the second set, it would be named y2. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is just plug and chug. That's all I'm going to do. All right. So using this formula here, and I'm not going to rewrite it because I honestly don't need to. I'll just write under it. I have y2 minus y1. So I have 8 minus 8. And that's going to be over what?
I didn't hear you.
Okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think I know why. I gotta stop doing that. Okay. So what would if the top numbers are 8 minus 8, what would be the bottom?
8 minus 2, negative. 8 minus -2.
Switch it.
2 minus -8.
Yep.
2 minus.
Yeah, I got you, Mr. McFadden.
Yeah.
-2 minus -2
Yeah.
minus -8. Now watch this. Because I'm working with the negative number, I am going to put my second number in parentheses. That is so important for the people that's watching the playback. And for y'all too, for everybody. Because when you're working with subtracting integers, you want to write it out in that way. Otherwise, you wouldn't know what to do. I add, do I subtract? I don't know what to do. So always make sure that when you are adding or subtracting integers and your second number is negative such as this, always put it in parentheses. The first number you don't need to put in parentheses. Okay, it's always the second number. All right. So we know 8 minus 8 is 0. We know that. But at the bottom, we got to do some more work. So what is the rule for subtracting integers? Who remembers?
Combine like terms?
No, not like terms. Well, we're only dealing with numbers right now. Let me refresh your memory.
Two negative equal a positive.
Keep, change.
Flip.
Nope, that's divided
Change.
What you gonna flip?
Keep, change. Okay? So remember, you're going to keep the first number the same. You're going to change the subtraction sign to addition because they are inverse operations. And you are going to change the second number to the opposite. Some people learn this keep change opposite. Some people learned it as keep change, change. It's all the same. Okay?
I mean, two negatives equal a positive. So.
Exactly.
So I know it.
And that's good. Now, quick question. If you got $8 and you spend $2, how much money you got left?
6.
6. Wonderful. Now, this also looks like a what? Well, I know that looks like the letter D, but it's the number 6. So I don't need nobody judging me, all right?
A fraction.
It is a fraction. So if I were to divide 0 into 6, what would my answer be?
0.
It'd be 0. And I'm gonna put a smiley face in the 0 because y'all got it right. So yeah, so my answer would be 0. So when we're dealing with fractions and the number 0, it is okay for you to have a fraction with your 0 at the top. That is why we have a 0 slope, because our 0 in fraction form is at the top. Now, if we have a 0 at the bottom in our fraction, that's no bueno. It's muy mal. And that's why it would be undefined. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Do, 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 do. All right. I'm gonna give y'all one more, and then I'm gonna give y'all some work. That's just the right thing to do.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Don't worry, Miss Narissa. All this is gonna be over with in a few minutes. All right. Uh-oh. I want you to find the slope of these two coordinates. I might as well. Ooh, what happened? All right. Okay. And for the people that's watching this playback, you do it too. I'll give y'all a moment to do this. Talk amongst yourselves. This just please or you can put yourselves on mute if you need to concentrate. And I will be right back after these commercial messages.
Oh.
Oh, what happened? Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What y'all got? Everybody done?
I got
Negative 1.66.
no, I did not. I don't know. I get 0.56 with 0.55.
So I take it y'all already?
Oh, you can hear us, yeah.
I guess.
I think.
Well,
I don't know.
well, let's take it piece by piece. You know, that's how we do it. You know, we take everything piece by piece. So the first thing is, let's start with assigning our coordinates. What would negative 12 be?
You
Huh?
breaking up, Miss Hunt?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what? I think my microphone is somewhere where I keep where my hand. I don't know. I gotta work that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's something.
I'm working on it. Don't have me show out now in front of these YouTube people now. I'm trying to be right. Come on. Okay. Anyway. All right. So what would negative 12 be?
What's the what?
Well, as far as the
For the set,
yes.
I had put that for
Y2.
no, I had put that for X1.
Yes, x1. So negative 12 would be x1.
Oh, that's
Negative
Right, I
12
think I had messed that up.
is the x coordinate of the first set. So x coordinate of the first set. So negative, all right, so 7 would be
Come in.
So 7 would be y1.
I wrote my problem wrong.
You wrote your problem wrong?
Go ahead, y'all keep working.
All right. So what would 6 be?
X2.
X2, and then negative 3 would be y2. Okay? Okay, so you know Miss Hampton is a creature of habit. I always have to write down my, what do you call this thing? Formula. Something, something. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. So now tell me where my numbers go. What goes at the top?
Negative.
7. 7 and negative 3.
Does it go in that order?
-3 take away 7.
Yes. So remember, when we name our numbers, we have to, we're substituting the numbers in for the letters in the equation. So y2 minus y1 would be the same thing as saying -3 minus 7. Okay. So what will go at the bottom?
6 take away 12. Take away negative 12.
6 take away negative 12. So 6 minus negative 12. So you see how I'm writing my negative in parentheses. All right. So now we're going to have to do what? Keep, change. Okay.
6 plus 12.
Oh, well, that is true at the bottom. So let me go ahead and do that. So that'll be 6 plus 12. But what about the top?
3 plus negative 7.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm sorry. I forgot it was a pen. Okay, so I would have -3 plus -7. Okay, because remember, keep, change, and the opposite of 7 is -7. Okay. All right. So now I'm just adding. So what's -3 plus -7?
-10.
-10. And what about 6 plus 12?
A number.
It is a number. All right. So are we finished with this fraction?
Yeah, I got -0.55.
You got what?
If you put it in a decimal, yeah.
Oh,
But to simplify it would be -5/9.
yes. Oh, by the way, for the people that's watching this and for my students that are on here now, please do not turn this into a decimal. I'll tell you why. Because when it comes time to deal with y-intercepts and all that stuff, you want your answer to be in a fraction. And I understand nobody likes fractions, okay? Even me as a math teacher, sometimes I can't deal with them either. But when it comes to slope, you want your answer to be in a fraction. That's really what you want. Or a whole number. Whole numbers are okay too, but never a decimal. Because when we get to plotting these points and different things, you want a fraction or a whole number, not a decimal. But nonetheless, it would be 5/9. So this lets me know that my line is going to, what is my line going to look like this slope?
A negative.
Yep. So it's going to go down. It's going to look like that. All right. So how do we feel so far? Do we feel okay? Is this like, oh, I remember this, Miss Hampton? Or is it like, I got to have more practice. I got to have it.
Gotta have more practice.
I'm
Oh,
good.
well, ask and ye shall receive. That is in the word. Hallelujah. All right. So let me see here. Uh-oh. I don't like how I wrote that. I don't like how I did that. All right, let me see. Nope. All right. Oops. All right. Here we go. Can everybody see number 14 and 16?
Mm.
Okay, hold on. All right. So this is what I want you to work on. Then after this, we're gonna put a little bow on it and wrap it up. All right. So I want you.
14 and 16.
Well, no, I just moved it up. So I want you to work on 9, 10, and 11. Those are the only three I want you to work on.
All right.
All right. Now, of course, you all can still work together, but just understand that this video is still recording. So I'm just saying, or if you want to put yourselves on mute to concentrate, that is totally fine. But I will be back probably in about, I don't know, 15 minutes. 15 minutes enough time for y'all, or 10?
Finish before that.
10 would probably be better.
Okay, well, I will be back in 10 minutes to give you all some
Is
time.
that a 17 on number 10? -17? Supposed to be.
On
Or is
number
those
10?
negative
Yeah.
sevens?
Yeah.
Or one?
It look like sevens.
Oh, it is a 7. Remember, Miss Hampton don't make the news, she just reports it. So yeah, that's a 7. A 17, and that's a 2. Any other numbers? The devil? That look like an 8 for number. Oh, y'all don't do number 12. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so for number 9, that's a 7. All right. All right. So the other numbers are good. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you cool cats and kittens handle this situation, and we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Oh my god.
You don't like when I say that, Miss Narissa? I'll stop saying it if you don't want me to say it.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep it lively. But I'll be back. All right, so how are we coming along, everybody?
I'm done.
Okay. And again, it's no worries. I just wanted to see how everyone was faring along. Do I have anyone that still needs more time? Or are we just ready to knock
No,
all this out?
ready to go.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we are.
So y'all want me to go? I'll go. I got no problem with leaving. I'm ready for a nap right now. Shoot. No, I mean, I am ready for a nap. But seriously, let's go ahead and go over these problems very, very quickly. And then I'm going to give you all some takeaways that y'all can do. All right. So this one, what answer did you get?
I got. Oh, I gotta go. I got 4 over negative 15.
Me too.
Okay. All right. So this is the first step here. Now,
We can't hear. I don't know if it's when you lean in that we can't hear you.
you know, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Look, well, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm trying. Rough around here. Now, this is what I was looking at. Now, you necessarily do not have to write.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
You might have to get you a mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you are more than welcome to donate to the Miss Hampton I Need a Mic Fund.
Well, we can't hear you half of the time, so
Well,
I'm not sure what we're gonna do about it.
Well, we have to just pray, Miss Tiffany, and we just gotta work through it. I don't know what it is either, to be quite honest. But I am starting the fund, so feel free. As y'all know, we talked about this yesterday. Teachers. Okay, let me be quiet. Catch the playback on what we talked about with teachers. All right. All right. So what goes at the top?
What did you ask?
What goes at the top? 14 minus 10. And that's going to be over negative 7 minus 8. Okay. Okay. And down here, I will write keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. That's a negative 8. All right. All right. Number 10. What we get?
1 over negative 14.
Me
Okay.
too.
All right. Okay. That's a 2, and that's y2. All right. So we have 2 minus 1, and then what? Negative 17
Minus negative 3.
minus 3. Ooh, it is a negative 3. So we have 1 over negative 20.
14.
Oh, 4. Yeah, that's right. Why? What did I get 20 from? Lord, I don't know. Uh-oh, come on. All right. All right. And of course, down here, I am going to write keep, change, change, so everybody can see. Keep, change, change. Remember, 2 negatives make a positive. All right. Last but not least, this one. What's our answer?
-6/8.
-6/8. Can we reduce that?
Yeah, I got -3
Negative.
over 4.
Word. Word up. 10 minus -4. All right, and that's going to be over -12 minus -20. Why did they use big numbers is really beyond me. I have no idea. All right, so of course we got to do keep, change for both. We have keep, change. That gives me -6, like y'all said, and y'all was right. And then I have keep, change, and that's 8. And that can be reduced to -3/4. All right. Whoa. To all the playback people that are watching this, your assignment is to do 12, 13, and 14. Or to my people that's here now, if you want more practice, feel free. But this is for the playback people. 12, 13, and 14 is your assignment. Okay, make sure you do it. All right, so are there any questions at all as it relates to slope?
I'm good.
And as always, Miss Narissa, you just sound so ready. Well, again, I'm getting ready to put you out of your misery in the next 2 minutes, I promise. Miss Tiffany, how do you feel about today's lesson?
I feel fine after I had remembered how to do it. I had messed up a little bit when we first got started, but now I'm on point. So.
And that's the thing. Y'all have always been on point. You got to remember that. Y'all know this stuff. It's just been a minute since you've seen it. That's all. I promise you. And Mr. McFadden, I know you're on mute, but can you give me a thumbs up or just let me know how you're faring?
I'm okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So remember, if you are watching this playback, your assignment is to do 12, 13, and 14. Now, number 12, does that look like an 8 to y'all?
It looks like a 5 to me.
Okay, well, we're going to count it as a 5 then. All right, so that's a 5. And this one is number 7. All right, this is a number 7. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the screen share. And are there any final questions? Anything I need to know? Any last words?
I'm going to sleep.
Well, I want to know what, like, I would like for us to have like a lesson plan. Like I appreciate when we go into it. You said, what do y'all want to do? No. And I know other people might not be, some people are more advanced. Some people are kind of, not up to speed, but I just want to have like a lesson plan for the week. What we gonna be doing?
Well, and I get that. I totally do. And I had a lesson plan until Auntie Rona and Uncle Virus came up in here and messed up the thing. But that's neither.
I'm talking about like when we log in on like
no, Miss Tiffany, I know what you're saying. I know, and I got you. But again, this is a new platform. This is a new setting. So again, just give me some time. and I'm saying
2 weeks.
No, y'all didn't give me. I didn't even have a. Okay, see, I forgot. I can say what I want to say, but I'm trying to. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I gave myself literally. It was given to me 3 days to learn this whole entire platform. Now, I not to say that Miss Hampton can't learn anything in 72 hours, but I felt that it was rushed. So guess what Miss Hampton did during her spring break while everybody was laying on their couch chilling and eating all the quarantine snacks? Okay. I was on here literally teaching myself how to do these things. I was only given 72 hours. So I took it upon myself to literally learn the ins and outs of how this platform works. So again, I technically didn't even have 2 weeks.
Okay, I forgive you.
Well, thank you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this platform is worse or that the school. I don't know. Lord. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I understand, everything that you all are saying. And that's why I ask these questions, because I really want to take this thing I really want to take everything that you say into consideration. And all I'm asking for is just some flexibility and some time. Not to say that I need a month. That's not what I'm saying. But this is the first week that all the teachers are doing this platform. And I'm pretty sure that, they've run across some crazy kinks and all this other stuff as well. So just give us some time. I promise next week will be better. As we continue on with this platform, it will be more, it will be smoother. The transitions will be better, and we will start on time. That we will. I promise. Because I'm starting at 11 tomorrow. If you ain't here at 11, you just gonna have to get in where you fit in or watch the playback. That's really where I'm finna be at. For real. All right. So I'm just being honest. Because I'm only supposed to be on here for an hour. But that's the other thing. I want to make sure that I give you all as much time as you need, for practice, and we can go over things as like that as well. So I say all of
Yeah, I
that to
think we at
say,
least need an hour and a half to 2 hours though.
okay, well,
You might be pushing it, but at least an hour and a half.
and I'm fine with an hour and a half. And also, again, please understand that this is a new platform for not only myself, but for all of us. So Rome wasn't built in a day. It was not. And you can look that up. You can Google that. It was not. But all I'm saying is, just continue. Let's continue to work together. Continue to work with me. I mean, I'm really trying to push this thing, and I'm really just trying to make sure again that I give you all the best that I have. And I think once again, this platform is going to work. But help me help you, and help you help me. Let's help each other. Let's just help each other. So yeah, so again, I thank you all so very much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I think we've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. So you'll get credit for an hour and 15 minutes for today. Yay! And like I said, as time progresses and as we get more people, the time will more than likely be longer. Okay. So with all that being said, is there any final thoughts? I feel like I'm on the Jerry Springer show. Any final thoughts? Because that's what he says at the end of his show. Final thoughts. But yeah, no matter. But anyway, I appreciate you all. You all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I will be uploading this video today. So if you want to watch it again for a playback, or just to make sure that you understand everything, give me until about 6, 7 o'clock, because the editing is crazy. The uploading, the processing, that's a process within itself. So just give me some time, and I promise everything's gonna be good. So it's no worries. All right. All right. So I will see you beautiful people tomorrow at 11. I will open at 11 o'clock.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
All right. Everybody get a nap. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
Bye.